are live for our week 7 of Ask a Health Coach. Oh, she does it more cooler. More cooler. That's great English.
More cooler.
We are certified health coaches, not linguists.
True.
So, let's see, we'll get a couple seconds for people to join us online. You can see me live on the Fit and Fierce Wellness page and Heather on Heather Crawford Fitness page. Share with your friends, comment, like, suggest topics.
Win prizes.
I don't know what this is.
This is the comment and like dance. Comment and
I don't know. I'm feeling very fluid today.
I'm drinking Tea Kuan Yin today, which is an oolong tea.
And I am again with my Claire Berry. It's one of my faves here at Shineworthy.
So we just had a little insider information here at Shineworthy that, you know, the first day of fall officially is September 22nd, and there's going to be a full pumpkin menu here.
Pumpkin.
So, my gosh,
Pumpkin
I'm so
celebration.
excited.
So,
Hey, Tina.
which kind of leads us to our topic of today, which is
How to make healthy choices when eating out.
eating out.
Woo! So we all eat out, right? We go to restaurants. Some people have to run through drive-thrus sometimes. So we want to give you some awesome healthy tips, a kind of a game plan for when that happens. Because, you know, obviously the ultimate goal is for us to always be prepared, right? Because
Like our
3 Ps. We want to plan, we want to prep, and we want to pack. We want to bring all of our stuff with us. But there are those times when we have to do something on the go. And of course we want to be able to go out to restaurants. You know, who doesn't like to go out with their friends?
Go out with your friends, special
Maybe
events.
a date night, yeah.
Eating is such a central part of our social culture, so we want to make sure that we can still socialize. We don't have to be pent up in our house. So I have to eat healthy. No, we can go out and make healthy choices.
Absolutely. Hey, Denise. So I'm going to just talk for a minute about restaurants. So I mostly, when I go out, eat at actual sit-down restaurants. I don't like fast food, but there's still some great tips at restaurants, because I don't know if y'all know this, but when you go out to eat, the serving that they bring you is usually enough for 4 people.
It's huge.
4 people, y'all.
How many of you get those take-home boxes and you can eat for 2 days
Right.
afterwards?
So they're giving your portion sizes are just huge. So my number 1 tip is when your meal comes out, ask them to bring a box with your meal. So before you even take a bite, take half of it and put it in the box. That way you've got it for later. You can take it home and share with people at home, or just eat it again for a second
And
meal.
some restaurants actually have half portions. That you can get
That
a
you can
half
order,
portion
yeah.
of the meal, like a half salad or a half entree. So you go for the half.
Absolutely. So how many people can let that, oh my gosh, warm, delicious basket of bread sit on the table without eating it? Not this girl. So I always say, please don't bring the bread. Now, if I'm with a bunch of friends that want the bread, of course, they can bring it, and I will try really hard not to eat it. But if you just say, we don't need any bread, that's a great tip too. Then there's specific words that I like to look for on a menu. Things like baked or grilled, sauteed, broiled, roasted, things like that. So we want to stay away from words like breaded, au gratin. I didn't even know what that meant for a really long time.
Isn't that with cream?
Cheese, I think.
Cheese?
Yeah, anyway, au gratin. You don't want casseroles, carbonara, fried, right, creamy, those kinds of words, mean really unhealthy.
And if you're cooking healthy at home, you usually are doing these things. You're baking, you're sauteing. You don't have a deep fryer in your kitchen. I mean, I hope you don't.
I have one at home, too. But we haven't used it in many, many years.
Maybe it's time for a yard sale.
Right.
But yeah, so if you wouldn't cook that way at home, don't order it that way at a restaurant.
Absolutely. Another thing, usually when you go out, it's when you want to eat a good cut of meat, right? So you want to look for the leanest cuts of meat, especially if you're eating red meat. So, a T-bone steak is better than, or is leaner, maybe, than another one. I don't know what the other ones are. Prime rib is a pretty lean cut. But I also want to say, don't be afraid of those exotic cuts of meat. If you see bison on the menu, I say order it. It is one of the leanest cuts of meat. It's delicious. You know it's grass-fed. Nobody's farming.
Yeah.
I mean, most people aren't farming bison. So it's a really good cut of meat.
I think prime rib's actually really fatty. I
Is
think
it?
you have that right.
Yeah. So T-bone would
and
be.
prime rib are really fatty. And then leaner cuts of meat would be more like a tenderloin or a fillet.
There you go. See,
Yeah, we had it.
I never eat
had it
steak,
mixed up.
so I'm not good at
Yeah.
ordering steak.
And if you get a steak, just trim off that big line of fat. You don't need to be chewing on the fat.
Absolutely. And then, you know, we've seen that MyPlate, you know, .gov, the government's
The new recommendation.
food
It's not
pyramid.
the pyramid anymore. It's a plate.
So you still want to try to envision that when you're ordering your food. You want half of your plate to be vegetables or fruit if they offer fruit, but it's going to be vegetables. You know, maybe a little whole grain rice, and then your meat portion should be really small. So
Like what is it? The size of your palm?
yeah, the
I
size
think.
of your palm.
Like so, at a restaurant, you're getting what? You're getting like this,
big portion.
and it should be like this.
Yeah. So again, that's where you can, you know, box up half of it, take it home or whatever. But you just want to make sure that your sides that you're ordering are lots of vegetables, and still staying away from those words like, you know, creamed or au gratin. We want it to be, you know, just fresh broccoli.
Yeah, get just sautéed spinach. You don't need
Right.
the cream spinach. I know it's tempting, but you can resist.
And you know, a lot of people are feel awkward about making special requests when eating out, but I just want y'all to know that it is totally okay to make special requests. And actually, the chef probably kind of likes it because, you know, they're making the same thing over and over and over. So when they get to do something new, I don't think they're annoyed by it. So if there's a dish that you know is covered in cheese, but you really want that piece of meat under it or whatever, you can say, "Can you hold off the cheese?"
Yeah,
And
no
normally they'll
cheese.
do it.
No butter,
Yeah.
sour cream on the side,
Asking
or no
for
sour cream.
the dressing on the side with your salad for sure, and maybe, you know, hold off on the cheese on the salad. They'll do all those kinds of things at most restaurants.
Yes.
And then, you know, when you're eating out, you do have to kind of decide, okay, is this a celebratory, you know, occasion? Like yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday!
That was very celebratory. So I did have, I actually ate really good, but you can decide, like, okay, is this something that I do all the time? Like, do I go out to eat once a week with my friends? Well, that's not like a special occasion. But if it is like a special occasion, you know, it's okay to order some dessert.
Yeah, and
Or
we
even
like our
drinks.
80-20, right? We talked about our 80%, make sure you're really eating healthy, and then 20% that occasionally having a treat. Like,
Yeah. But I still say if you're ordering dessert, especially if you're with friends, try to share with someone.
Yeah.
Because again, that portion is so
I mean, how many
big.
of you ordered like a brownie sundae and 4 of
Oh
you
my
had a hard
gosh.
time finishing
Right.
it? I mean, you don't each need your own. Like, share.
Exactly. And then, you know, my second number one tip
Second.
is drink water. First of all, I mean, you're gonna fill up so much on calories and sugar if you're getting a soft drink or a sweet tea, but also it's gonna save you money to drink water. And, you know, again, if it's a celebratory occasion and you're wanting to have a cocktail, totally fine. Just really think about the sugar content in those cocktails are really full of sugar. So you want to, you know, limit yourself to maybe one, no
Yeah.
more than two.
And if you remember, the daily recommended allowance was 25 grams for
Right.
a whole day,
And that's gonna be in one cocktail, y'all.
if not more, depending on if you get one with like mixers, like a pina colada or something
Right.
like that. And even if you're doing the virgin drinks, like you're removing those alcohol calories, but you're still getting all those
yeah.
calories from the mixers and whatever else is in there.
And then with wine too, you know, order by the glass. Don't order a bottle, because if you order a bottle, you're gonna end up drinking 4 glasses, and we really wanna no more than 2 on the alcohol.
Yeah.
So awesome. That is my tips for eating out at a restaurant.
Restaurants. Now, we do know everyone has a temptation to go through that drive-through, and we say, boo. Don't do it.
Just say no.
Just say no. However, there are going to be some of you that do it anyway.
And you know, it's, I don't want to say like you're going to be dead.
No.
I mean, there's going to be some times, and like, if you are honest with yourself and it's maybe 10% of your life, it's okay.
Yeah. I
If you
mean,
follow these tips.
and
that
you
we
have,
share.
you know, kids screaming in the back, you're driving home, you're starving, like, I totally get it. I get it. I've done it before,
Yeah,
like going
me
through
too.
drive-through. However, there are ways to make even fast food a healthier option. One, no supersizing.
Oh my
Again,
gosh.
those portions. No
Huge.
supersizing, because a meal at a fast food restaurant has enough fat, sugar, sodium to last you an entire day, if not more.
The whole day's
whole
worth
day.
of calories
I mean,
is
you're
in
just
that
blowing
one
it
meal.
in one meal. So no supersizing. You know, they have all these like double patties, triple patty, single patty it. Say no cheese, no, you know, no mayo. Get everything grilled. Like if you want a chicken sandwich, get like just grilled chicken. Don't get the fried or crispy chicken. Like she said, avoid those fried words. So choose your sides wisely. Go for the fruit cup. A lot of places now have fruit cups instead of French fries. Go for a fruit cup.
You know, a lot of places have the baked potatoes too, which is way
baked
better
potato,
than
like
fries.
you know, baked potatoes or the side salad. But again, you know, dressing on the side. Let's portion out, because a lot of the time salads actually have more calories than
the
a burger because of the kind of dressing. So ask them. Say, hey, I want, you know, this kind of salad, but do you have like a vinaigrette or like an olive oil or something?
Right.
And then you can just use that on the side. What else? Some healthier options. You know, you do have your Paneras and your Chipotles where you could get maybe a naked rice bowl with some black beans, skipping the sour cream and the cheese.
I love Chipotle though too because they use non-GMO.
Non-GMO. Some restaurants, they are getting more and more like that, and you'll see things like all natural chicken. But do remember, you know, it's not going to be like the all natural chicken breast you're getting at the grocery store aisle. It's not going to be the same quality. So do pay attention to that. Just know, you know, what you're putting in your body, and if we do everything in moderation and truly using the definition of the word moderation, not every day, once a day is not moderation. Like, you have to look at the whole picture. And let's see.
Well, and even like most fast food restaurants, like other restaurants, have their menu online. So if you prepare yourself ahead of time, instead of walking in starving, going, I'll take a number 4. Like, know ahead of time what you think the best option on
and
that
a lot of
menu
them
is.
have calories, especially places like Panera. And you can do the order ahead. You know, if you're like really in a hurry, you can order on your phone and then it'll be ready for you to pick up. But really, a lot of these ones that actually have the true drive-through window, they're not going to be your healthiest option. That's why we do say, as one of our previous Ask a Health Coach was, plan, prepare, pack. You know,
your
have
food.
some snacks. Like, have some, you know, healthy, you know, protein bars, like complete protein bars in your bag. Have, you know, handfuls of fruit. Like, have whole fruits, like apples or something. Like, you could even keep just like a little cooler bag and have some veggies and hummus. Like, if you just have these things and you pre-plan, then you're not going to be so hungry that you're like, I can't wait till I get home. I have to stop.
Right. And you know, there's lots of healthier places too that you can call ahead and you know, find something like we have Shineworthy right here in Antioch, Tennessee, and they will you can call ahead and they will bring it out to your car. You don't even have to get out of your car. You don't even have to park. You can pull up, they bring it out, so it's still fast
Curbside
food.
service.
And you can get something healthy like a complete smoothie here. You know, they've got some healthier lunch options. So, but there's other places like that too.
That do smoothies, like juice bars and smoothie shops. I don't think you can call ahead at Whole Foods, but I know Whole Foods has juices.
Good options, yeah.
And like you know, salad bars. Go to a salad bar where you can choose, and then you actually know what you're getting in your salad. So there are some tips and tricks for eating out and even fast food. And don't worry, we're not going to condemn you if you go through a drive-through window. We will still love you all the same.
We will still love you.
But just, you know, be aware. And just because you're going through a drive-through doesn't mean you have to get that number 4 supersize with extra fries. And
well,
Coke.
and I talked about, the drinks at restaurants. Same thing at fast food, y'all.
Water.
Get water. They think you're super crazy when you order a meal and they're like, what do you want to drink? And we're like,
Just say water.
And they're like, but a drink comes with your meal.
Yeah, and I want water. Water is my beverage of choice.
Water is the beverage,
So that's a great way, like, knock out those empty calories. And remember, those diet have all that nasty, man-made, artificial stuff, all those artificial sweeteners. So we want to say no to those and just get water.
Awesome.
So you can do it.
You can.
And as my theme for this week on my page is health, you do have time for that. And I think that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in for our week 7. We are coming up on 2 months now of our doing Ask a Health Coach, and we absolutely love it. And we are so thankful for those of you that tune in every week. So share with your friends, topics, comments. We're going to have another drawing this month. So in a couple weeks, our big winner Blake got his prize from last month and was super excited. So you'll have to see what it is.
Yay! Happy eating out.